Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. Your revision buddy is here. I know, exams are coming up really fast, right? But don't you worry one bit. We're going to break down this chapter, family and community, and make it super, super easy for you. By the end of this, you'll feel totally confident. So are you ready? Let's jump right in. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. It's a simple one. First, we'll tackle what a family actually is. Then, we'll get into the roles and values we pick up from them. After that, we'll zoom out a little to look at the bigger picture, our community. We'll even meet some real-life heroes. And to finish strong, we have our special exam power-up session. Sounds good? Let's do this. All right, first things first. What is a family? Well, you can think of our whole society like a giant building. And what's the most important part of any building? The bricks, right? Well, each family is like one of those essential bricks. It's the basic unit, the very first team you and I are ever a part of. It's where it all begins. So, I have a fun little question for all of you. Which team are you on? Are you on team joint family, or are you on team nuclear family? Go on, let me know in the comments. It's always so cool to see how different all our families are. So, what's the difference? Well, a joint family is kind of like having a whole cricket team living under one roof. You've got dada-dadi, nana-nani, your uncles, aunts, and of course, all your cousins right there with you. It's a big, happy team. Now, a nuclear family is a bit smaller. It's that core unit, usually just your parents and you kids. But remember, one is not better than the other. Both are super special in their own ways. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about roles and values. You know, your family is actually your very first school. Yep, long before you ever saw Blackboard, your home was your classroom. It's where you learn all the really important stuff, about responsibility, about good values, and basically how to be a decent human being. And to really understand this, let's look at a beautiful story about a girl named Shalini from Kerala. Her story is just a perfect example of how our families are our biggest cheerleaders, our strongest support system. So here's what was happening. Onam, the huge festival in Kerala, was just around the corner. But oh no, Shalini's uncle, her chitappa, had just lost his job. And the whole family was feeling a bit down, a bit worried. How could they celebrate now? Getting new clothes is a big part of Onam. How would they manage? But here's the beautiful part. Shalini's parents stepped up. They went and bought new clothes not just for themselves, but for her uncle's family too. Everyone got something. Sure, Shalini got a simple cotton dress instead of the fancy one she'd been dreaming of, but you know what? She was so happy. And her grandmother, her achama, said something so wise. She said this is how families support each other and share what they have, and that, my friends, is the real festival. And here's another great example. Let's travel all the way to Meghalaya and meet Tenzing's family. Here, everyone pitches in. The father helps with chores around the house. Mom and dad decide on big money matters together. Grandmother is the storyteller, and grandfather helps with homework and social work. See, everyone has a role, everyone contributes. It's all about teamwork. So, we've talked a lot about our first team, the family, but we're not just living in our own little bubbles, are we? We're all part of something bigger. So, let's zoom out from the family photo and look at our bigger team, the community. So, what exactly is a community? In simple words, it's just a group of people who are connected. It could be everyone in your colony, your village, or even your city. They're the people you celebrate Diwali or Eid with, and they're the ones who come together when there's a problem to solve. It's like one giant extended family. And this is where things get really inspiring. Let's talk about what happens when people in a community unite. We're going to look at some amazing, real-life stories of community heroes. Get ready for this. Just look at this. The difference is, wow. On the left, you see land that's totally dry. And on the right, it's green and full of life. This incredible transformation happened in Madhya Pradesh, and it's all thanks to the Bhil tribe and their tradition called Halma. Now, Halma is this amazing idea where everyone comes together to help someone who's in trouble. They didn't wait for the government. They worked together, dug trenches, planted trees, and they changed their world. That, right there, is pure community power. And you know what? This kind of community spirit is all around us. Remember the Chennai floods in 2015? People were cooking food in their homes and sharing it with strangers. Or think about Kamal Parmar in Ahmedabad, who started free classes for underprivileged kids. Even in big cities, you have RWAs, Residents' Welfare Associations, where people work together to make their neighborhoods better. So you see, it happens everywhere, in villages and in cities. Okay, time to switch into exam mode. Welcome to our exam power-up section. Pay close attention now because we're going to tackle some very important questions from this chapter. I'll give you all the key points you need to write the perfect answer. All right, here's a question that comes up a lot in exams. What are the core values children learn in a family? Before I give you the answer, just think for a second. Think back to Shalini's story. What lessons did she learn from her family that day? Okay, here are the key words for a full marks answer. The key values are, first, dharma, which is all about doing your duty. Then there's dana, which means giving and sharing. Next is seva, which is service to others. And finally, tyaga, which means sacrifice. Just like Shalini sacrificed her fancy dress for the happiness of her family. Remember these 4 words, dharma, dana, seva, and tyaga. They'll make your answers stand out. All right, time for a super quick final revision. Are you ready? Let's go. Point number 1, family is the basic unit of society. Got it. Point 2, the 2 main types are joint and nuclear. Easy. Point 3, we learn amazing values like cooperation and sharing right at home. Point 4, a community is our bigger family, our bigger circle. And finally, point 5, community power is real. When people work together, they can do incredible things. Simple, right? So, we've learned a lot today, but the most important question isn't for your exam. It's for you. How can you be a hero in your family and in your community, starting right now? It doesn't have to be some grand gesture. It can be as simple as helping your mom in the kitchen, teaching your younger brother or sister something, or just making sure you don't litter your street. Every little bit counts. You have that superpower inside you. All the very, very best for your exams, my dear students. You are going to do great. I'll see you in the next one.